Okay, what does the Blues Brothers, Ferris Bueller, and Christmas Family Vacation all have in common?
Chicago.
We're in Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois.
All right, one of our favorite cities. We were hoping to see some good friends, the Lithuanians, Mindaugas and Erica, that we met in
Destin, Florida.
What else are we going to see here, babe?
I think we're gonna take the architectural river cruise and go check out Millennial Park and the Bean and eat a hot dog.
Gotta have a Chicago dog.
And yeah, just check out what this place is all about.
Okay.
Right behind it, tall, dark, and handsome. You can't miss it. It's the Willis Tower. Unless you're from Chicago, then it's the Sears Tower. 1974, Sears department store builds the tallest building in the world. Well, they built 9 buildings and strapped them together. Imagine that the Sears Tower is made of 9 columns. Each column is 75 feet by 75 feet, and they are bundled together, which allows the building to sway normally 6 or 8 inches in each direction in a heavy wind. It's enough that people can feel it. Look up on the left side, up on the sky deck, you're going to see 4 glass rooms sticking out from the sky deck, and you'll see brave people who walk down into a glass ledge and are looking down through their feet at you and taking pictures. So smile away. The name Chicago comes from the Potawatomi Native American term describing this location, Chicagoa, which means stinky onion. So New York is the Big Apple and Chicago is the stinky onion. Now here's where it gets interesting. You know that these bridges are made of steel, and you know that steel expands and contracts with temperature. That means the gap in these bridges is changing with temperature. The colder it is, the metal shrinks, the gap gets bigger. The hotter it is, the metal expands. Can you imagine if it gets too hot? The bridge sections can pinch each other. Well, that happened about 3 weeks ago. On Saturday, June 30th, the heat index was 108 degrees. The Michigan Avenue Bridge had expanded so much it was pinching itself shut. They called in the fire boats to spray down the bridge with water to cool it off so that it could shrink enough so that they can get it popped open to let the sailboats pass through.
So we just did the river tour, the architectural tour on shoreline sightseeing. It was fantastic. And if you're ever in Chicago, highly recommend that you do a tour first day that you get there. So you get the lay of the land, you kind of get the history, and the architectural tour is really fantastic. It takes you up the river. It's about 75 minutes. I learned so much about how they built this city and the history, and it was beautiful. So as you can see, panning around, there is lots to do here. So I look forward to sharing more with you. I'm also going to just say that TripAdvisor, this was the #1 tour company to go on a river tour. So they did a fantastic job.
After the tour, we decided to take a little walk down to the park, Millennial Park, and we hear this beautiful symphony playing. So we decided to sit and listen to the symphony play. They were practicing actually at the J. Pritzker Pavilion. It's part of the Grant Park Music Festival. So we listened to that for a little while, had a nice little picnic in the park, and then went over to take a look at a structure that some people call the Bean in Millennial Park, which is this beautiful silver structure. It was a blast to look at and kind of funhouse mirror tweak out on.
Massage. Yes. There we go. There we go.
All right, so we're at Millennial Park in Chicago, and that is the Bean. Come on.
Yeah, very cool.
After seeing the Bean, we just walked upstairs from Millennial Park, and there was these amazing tumblers just putting on a show as part of something to do with these cars. It's called the Jesse White Tumbling Team, and they were incredible. We stood there and watched it for about 10 or 15 minutes. I've never seen people jump like this.
Braking levels.
Okay, spirits have turned decidedly south as we aimlessly wander the streets of Chicago. Really only 2 streets, over and back, for the last half an hour in about 100-degree weather, looking for our car. No more jokes. Everybody's angry.
We need to get to the second level, and I'm going to take us, if everyone will just follow me and relax. We'll see how it goes.